YouTube people, here's some more info on my Canyon. Wanted to share my gravel setup so far, or at least talk about the tires. So I bought the Canyon Inflite, the carbon fiber SL model. It's a great bike. It is a cyclocross bike. Don't really intend to race cyclocross with it. So why did I get a cyclocross bike? Why not the Grail? Well, I had an all steel Kona Sutra gravel bike that I had a lot of fun with. It was big and robust. It was not very fast, and it was pretty heavy. So I got this bike with the idea that maybe it will be faster on the road, because I found that I was riding a lot more road than what I thought I would. So with the cyclocross, it's a little more road geometry. I did not want a road bike because, for several things I've mentioned before, I wanted a one-by, I wanted the disc brakes, I wanted tire clearance. So these bikes, of course, come with a 33mm tire. I've been riding on the road. My other video, you might see that I've got some 32mm slicks that I'll ride on the road, and it's been great on the road. Much faster, it's lighter, much better on the road than what my Kona Sutra was. But the gravel, so I wanted to still ride gravel, and I just did my first gravel ride with it today. Had a lot of fun with some guys out, and what I've done and what I think I'd like to do to make it a little better gravel wise. So on the Canyon website, it tells you can fit a 45 front and a 38 rear. I think it was on their website. I read it somewhere. So that's what I went with. I went with a 45 front and a 38 rear. The G1 Bite, Schwalbe G1 Bite. This is a 45mm front tire. These wheels, these rims have an inner diameter or a inner width of 22mm. Like I said, they come stock with 32s, with 33 stock for the cyclocross tires. My 32s fit great, and these tires fit good too. Again, it being a 22mm width, the 45 fits good. Clearance in the front is plenty. I could probably go a little bit bigger if I really wanted to. Kind of looks like that there. Turned out good. The back is a little less room. The back, I've got the 38 on it. The seat stays, I've got plenty of room, if you can see in there. Plenty of room on the seat stay, but the chain stay is pretty tight. There's room there with the 38s. That's about as best that I can get picture wise. There's room with the 38s, but it's not going to hold much more than a 38. So I'm sure I'll stick with that. I'll probably just stick with the 45 also, the 38-45. I like that setup. A lot of cross-country bikes, will run a slightly larger tire on the front. And I wanted to put the biggest that I could to give me a little bit extra cush off-road. And they worked out great. Had a good day riding today. The bike did good. The handlebars, I think, as far as off-road gravel riding, I think I'm gonna get a wider set of handlebars, something with a little more flair. I understand that these are designed for cyclocross, and that's fine, with the tire gates or whatever, shouldering the bike, whatever, for the smaller handlebars. But I think I want a little bit wider handlebar with a little bit more flair at the bottom. And I think that'll be fine even with me riding this on the road. I'm sure these narrower handlebars are probably more aero on the road. But I think a little bit more width I'll like. So I'm sure I'm going to try that. I'm sure I'm going to try a little bit more width in the handlebar. So we'll see how that goes. I've just got a cheap bag back here that I'm trying out. I tried today to see how it would work out. I've got an inner tube in the bottom of it, inner tube in the bottom, and then inside I've got some tools, a pump, snacks, whatever inside the bag. My other bike, my Kona, I had a big frame bag that went in here. It was an Apodura bag, and it was made for that particular frame. So when I sold that bike, I let that bag go with it. I don't think I want a frame bag for this bike, but I might like to have a top tube bag. I might like to have a handlebar bag. So we may do that for the longer off-road rides. And this bigger bag back here also. I was a little worried that this bag would sway and bother me, but it did not. That wasn't an issue at all. I do have smaller bags that I would carry it sometimes, but I'm just experimenting with that bigger seat bag. The bike did good as a gravel bike. It does good as a road bike, and now I know it does good as a gravel bike. Again, the 45 and 38 is what I'll be riding with this bike as far as gravel goes. So that's just an update on what you can do with the Canyon Inflite. If you want a little bit bigger tire, there you go. That's what it looks like. I'm real happy with it. And if you have any questions, down below, I'll be happy to talk to you down there, answer any questions, or if you have any input or advice for me, I'd love to hear it. So hit me up down there, give me a like, subscribe, that'd be great. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.